let's go on to our number 2 prospect here in Dalton Rushing. And Dalton Rushing, he was rushing his way to the major leagues, and then they even made a position change. This is a guy who's played entirely at first base and catcher. And they're like, you know what, let's try him out in left field. Maybe this is a way in which he can provide value to us. And I don't think he's a left fielder, I believe that anybody can stand out there and make the plays out there that is required of a left fielder, especially at the Dodgers ballpark, which isn't the biggest outfield. So maybe there was some thought for that. And maybe it was to increase his versatility for a trade that never really materialized. But anyways, Dalton Rushing, I was at his first professional game and he hit 2 home runs. I was shocked at how crazy the power was. I was like, the Dodgers can't keep getting away with this. Whispers, they did, and they can, and they will. Dalton Rushing, he is going to be the backup catcher. He plays first base. He can play left field. He can fill in a few different positions. I don't think he's that technically a utility type, but I don't know, Drew. What do you think about Dalton Rushing?
I like Rushing as a utility type, but a different sort. I forget who it was we were talking about recently that could almost fill multiple roles for a team. So if Rushing is kind of that C2, but also your primary or secondary first baseman or primary designated hitter who also can slot in and left every so often, it's just almost that. Again, it's very Dodgers to have that super utility Chris Taylor, Kike Hernandez sort of player that you never know where you're going to see them, but they're going to be in the lineup 5 out of 6 days. And for fantasy, this is nothing but good, because imagine right now if you could have a gentleman who is catcher eligible, outfield eligible, first base eligible. Dumb. Oh, that's just disgusting. It gets me excited thinking about it. But considering the fact that Rushing is going to hit like a middle of the order batter, even better. You're talking about 91 miles per hour average exit velocity. 105 is his 90th, max 110. Over 2024, every power metric that we could talk about, Rushing did it and did it well. 26 homers, 240 ISO, dumb. 512 slugging, dumb. 9% barrel rate. He gets on base well. 390 WOBA and ex-WOBA. 15% walk rate. One note that I did think was kind of interesting is just looking over some stats. Shout out Thomas Nestico. Rushing can be a little bit of a free swinger, and it actually is interesting that he tends to whiff most on fastballs, which I think, considering that next step is to the majors, I wonder what that could mean for him going forward. I'm assuming it's going to be most prevalent in strikeout rate and in batting average, because I know that he can, we know that he can get on base, but I'm curious what the hit rates and things look like for him, considering. Either way, this is a player who's been as high up as 15 in my prospect rankings, certainly a top 50 prospect across the fantasy baseball zeitgeist. Any org worth their snuff has him in the top 50. Rushing's insane.